such a shame to waste time. We always think we have so much of it. If truth doesn't set you free, generosity of spirit will. Staying in the past won't help you move on to your future. To succeed in life, you need 3 things: a wishbone, a backbone, and a funny bone. When I get sad, I stop being sad and be awesome instead. He who requires much from himself and little from others will keep himself from being the object of resentment. Other people are only aspects of our own greater being. When you know what you want and you want it bad enough, you'll find a way to get it. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. Deal with your past so that it won't affect your future. Wit seduces by signaling intelligence without nerdiness. All men can see these tactics whereby I conquer, but what none can see is the strategy out of which victory is evolved. Of all those in the army close to the commander, none is more intimate than the secret agent. If you always want the validation of others, you won't grow beyond people's expectations. People don't always want to be with people. It gets tiring. The higher we soar, the smaller we appear to those who cannot fly. A path doesn't appear on its own. We've to make it, and we can make it. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. To have a human form of a joyful thing, but in the universe of possible forms, there are others just as good. There is nothing more important than your eternal salvation. It can only take a moment to waste the rest of your life. They can't tell so much about you if you got your eyes closed. Try not to become a man of success, rather become a man of value. I always felt like you had to be important to have enemies. It's better this way, sister. There's more to life than staying safe. But better to get hurt by the truth than comforted with a lie. Never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. Small circle, private life, and peaceful mind. In order to attain the impossible, one must attempt the absurd. We're going to aspire to break through and create our own reality. To attain knowledge, add things every day. To attain wisdom, remove things every day. Your worth consists in what you are and not in what you have. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Be sure to place your feet in the right place, then stand firm. First learn to become invincible, then wait for your enemy's moment of vulnerability. Great men are like eagles and build their nest on some lofty solitude. The way of success is the way of continuous pursuit of knowledge. Generally in war, the best policy is to take a state intact. To ruin it is inferior to this. Never give up on what you really want to do. The person with big dreams is more powerful than the one with all the facts. Create your own miracles. Do what you think you cannot do. My destination is no longer a place, rather a new way of seeing. Time is precious, but truth is more precious than time. Not all things that fall down break. Some develop wings. At some point, we all look up and realize we are lost in a maze. Focus on making yourself better, not on thinking that you are better. If you are untrustworthy, people will not trust you. A truth that's told with bad intent beats all the lies you can invent. The man who thinks he can and the man who thinks he can't are both right. Don't be afraid of failure. This is the way to succeed. Moods can be contagious. Don't catch or spread a bad mood. I'm not going to die. I'm going home like a shooting star. I don't think you should wait. I think you should speak now. It takes more effort to avoid the truth than it does to face it. In fact, the truth cannot be communicated until it is perceived. Those who do not think about the future cannot have one. A battering ram can knock down a city wall, but it cannot stop a hole. Different things have different uses. I've had a lot of worries in my life, most of which never happened. Instinct is a makeshift, an admission of helplessness before the problem of reality. Almost nobody dances sober unless they happen to be insane. The longer we dwell on our misfortunes, the greater is their power to harm us. Don't worry about being effective. Just concentrate on being faithful to the truth. When you lose your smile, you lose your way in the chaos of life. The spirit tower has its guardian, but unless it understands who its guardian is, it cannot be guarded. I could die for you, but I couldn't and wouldn't live for you. He who knows he is a fool is not the biggest fool. He who knows he is confused is not in the worst confusion. There are two ways to live. You can live as if nothing is a miracle. You can live as if everything is a miracle. No persons are more frequently wrong than those who will not admit they are wrong. Thus the expert in battle moves the enemy and is not moved by him. When you say I and my too much, you lose the capacity to understand the we and our. If you wish to be out front, then act as if you are behind. Thinking something does not make it true. Wanting something does not make it real. Politeness is the first thing people lose once they get the power. Those who are willing to be vulnerable move among mysteries. Patience and improvement is the key to opening the door to progress. Everything's a risk. Not doing anything is a risk. It's up to you. Secret operations are essential in war. Upon them, the army relies to make its every move. Where you are in a few months depends on what you do today. Knowledge is a treasure, but practice is the key to it. Don't look to the approval of others for your mental stability. Take care of your body, then the rest will automatically become stronger. One may know how to conquer without being able to do it. Small good decisions will lead you to the glorious path of success. Healthy citizens are the greatest asset any country can have. Never feel guilty or ashamed for the mistakes of others. Dining with the king, your attire, attitude, and mentality must change. The flame that burns twice as bright burns half as long. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. The expert in anything was once a beginner. A person's limitations are only measured by their drive to succeed. I admire those who do good and expect nothing in return. No matter how good you get, you can always get better. And that's the exciting part. There is no progress or accomplishment without sacrifice. Those who realize their folly are not true fools. Failure is not when you fail once, but when you refuse to learn from your mistake. Imagining something is better than remembering something. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. Conformity teaches us the value of our precious worth. Things don't happen for no reason. They happen to teach you something. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. That knowledge which stops at what it does not know is the highest knowledge.